93.9 Light FM. And joining me in the studio once again, one of my very favorites, Whitney Reynolds, is here with another edition of Whitney's Women. Hello, Whitney.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I have an amazing woman with me here today. And the reason she's amazing, I say this about every woman that sits in the seat, everyone's pretty amazing. But what I love about you, Alicia, is that you are impacting tons of women across the city and focusing just on women. Now, disclaimer, we still love our men. But I want to introduce you to Alicia with EvolveHer. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell us about EvolveHer, because her is kind of in the name.
Yes. So I started a creative workspace for women. It's over in River North, and it's all about bringing women together. So I come from the corporate world and worked there for 17 years, but I wanted to find something that was a little bit more meaningful for myself from a career standpoint, and really gave me the platform to give back. And so I started EvolveHer about 3 months ago, and it's been in the works for about 7 months. But the idea is just to really have a space where women can come together and support each other in all aspects of life.
Well, and I love that. We're going to get into how you're giving back with it. But before we do, I just want to say I went over there, and it was so cool because it's this whole concept of like, girls compete, women empower each other. And stepping into being cheerleaders of other women, no matter what we do, or even if it's in the same field, saying, yeah, you can do it too. There's enough pie for everyone. And you have little reminders of that all over the space.
Yes, and it's so important. And I think if you take a look at the site or any of the language around it, we were really intentional in the messaging that we put out there, because it is about this mindset of supporting each other and collaboration. And so we get to know our members and really understand what they do and what the challenges are in their life professionally and personally, so that we can connect them with the right people, either in the network at the space or outside of it, because it's all about really supporting each other and empowering each other instead of working in your silos or competing, like you were saying.
Yeah, and that's, I know, like for me, just to be completely honest, I know in my early 20s, I really struggled with that. It was kind of like dog eat dog, and then something hit me where like, you're the only one of you.
Yes.
You know, and that space just like screams that. You have little things all around the walls that just remind you of it. What was the light up sign? What did that one say?
Fuel your passion.
Fuel your passion.
Yes.
I love that. So let's talk about how you're giving back, because it doesn't just stop with like bringing women together. It also, like, you're helping young girls as well.
Yeah, so one of the main focuses and the reason that I launched this space was because I wanted to provide a legacy going forward and to really teach women or teach girls how to support each other at an early age. And it's important that, you know, we learn how to use our voices and to have confidence and to not fight. I mean, you think back to like middle school and high school, like there were things that were so catty. And when you get to this point, like you were saying, it takes a while to really understand the value of collaboration and how we can support each other and how we're so much stronger, you know, with each other
together.
And so, yeah, to educate younger girls and to prepare them to feel confident, to have a voice, and then to lean on each other for help is really important.
Interesting with the little girl concept. Has social media kind of changed? I know whenever I was a teenager, like I'm kind of dating myself, but we weren't really like updating our statuses, and it wasn't like necessarily like that kind of, you know, like the fights actually happen with like on the playground and all that kind of stuff.
Yes,
so
or
are you doing, pass this 2 over to the right. But with that, are you doing some type of course with these girls about what it's like to be in 2018 and, you know, using your voice and platform and coming together?
Yeah, so we're actually launching a platform called EvolveHer Future in May, and that's really about teaching them, you know, these core skills. So we're focusing on a business angle, meaning that, you know, how to start a business and looking at those key elements that are also life skills. So for the older age girls, we'll actually teach them the business skills, but for the younger ones, like my daughter, it's more about confidence and finance and, you know, friendship and creative thinking and that kind of thing. So we're really excited about that platform. And then we're also working with Step Up, which is an organization that I've been involved in.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're listening and you don't know about Step Up, I mean, it is just brilliant, and it's impacting kids all across the city.
Yes, and they actually are nationwide now, and they have multiple locations across the country, and it's just a powerful platform. And while there are a lot of prep programs for college that focus on, you know, the actual education side, they're really focused on that EQ, the emotional side of it. And so they want to make sure that these girls feel confident getting into schools, and so we work with underprivileged girls and, you know, teach them those skills and expose them to different careers so they really can see that, all of these women are doing amazing things and how we support each other.
I love that. Now, Robin, I want to bring you in this conversation because you have girls.
I do.
What would this have been like for them? I mean, can you imagine? I keep thinking about my little 20-month-old Marlo. I mean, I want to sign her up now. She's probably too little. But what about you?
Well, and I have to tell you, one of the things that's kind of been a game changer for my youngest daughter, Gracie, who's 23, organizations like Girls on the Run, because she has kind of been, she's been pulled towards that, but in seeing her pulled in, because she and I both have done some work with that, and seeing how that has changed her in helping and uplift some of the girls, seeing how that's completely changed her point of view in what you were saying, in that, you pay it forward, you help others, and you lift other girls up along the way. That has completely changed her point of view and has really made it a life's mission for her.
I love that.
And to see that one spark, it's spread, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing, and that's what you're doing. What you're doing is you're starting a spark that is going to spread to so many. And the cool thing is, it's probably going to start, and so much will happen that you might not ever know about.
Thank you. We're so excited, and I think there's so much power behind paying it forward and educating these girls and just showing them what we can do. So
I love that. So
exciting year.
Where can people find out more about you in case they want to sign up their little girl, or they just want to get involved in some way to lift others up?
Yeah, so you can visit the website at evolveher.community, or you can visit us on social, and our handle is @EvolveHer.
Well, I love that. And lastly, like Whitney's Women, this is what it's founded on. Women entrepreneurs in our city that are giving back, and you just completely encompass that. So I'm so glad you're on. Alicia, thanks for joining us. Robin, it's always great to be in the studio with you.
To have you here, and it's what you do, shining the spotlight on women who are just amazing. Honestly, we need more of this. We need more of sisters building each other up and just shining the spotlight on each other. And I love that you do that.
It was one of those full circle moments for me this year whenever I was, my TV show is all about shining light on topics that need to be heard. But then there's also this, this part of me that I am a woman entrepreneur, and I think it's really great to introduce people that are doing good things in our city, especially as women. We've got to come together. But I always say we love our men too. I wouldn't be here without my husband. So yeah, we love our men too. But I'm really grateful that we have this platform and that iHeart lets us do where we highlight women.
And what you just said, and you kind of said that in a sheepish way. I'm an entrepreneur too. I think sometimes when we have successes, we're so afraid to say that with confidence because we don't want to be judged and we don't want people to think a certain way. There's nothing wrong with being confident and being happy. We share in your success, and we're proud of you.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you. Oh my goodness, we're getting all lovey-feely up in here. Yeah.
We need to do more of that.
Yeah.
So tell me about tell me about your show.
So we're in the season. We've just been, every Monday, a new topic's hit. This last week we had MS, and it was moving mountains with MS. So it's basically taking whatever diagnosis, so just not MS here. I mean, we focused on that on the show, but no matter what you've been given, and saying, I'm going to take this and show others that the mountain can be moved. And it was a powerful, powerful episode. Social media lit up all these amazing things of people telling me what they overcame, and it was just joy to my heart to see that people are doing great things out there. So that was this last week, and we're in mid-season, so we still have Hunger coming up, and believe it or not, that's happening in the U.S., and that was shocking to me, because whenever I think of hunger, I think overseas somewhere far away. No, in our own city, folks. So I want you to tune in, Lakeshore PBS, every Monday, The Whitney Reynolds Show, or you can find us online at whitneyreynolds.com.
Fantastic. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
For more information, check out whitneyreynolds.com or get social with us, Twitter @Whitney Reynolds or on Facebook, The Whitney Reynolds Show.